Hello, my name's Victoria. I'm 25 years old and I'm in my third year of medical school. Last year, I spent a lot of time learning how to love myself, setting boundaries, knowing my worth, and trusting and believing in a future where I am happy. I'd like to spend this year learning how to like myself. For me, that means being someone who spends her time lovingly and generatively, who's easily inspired by the world around her, and who proves herself to herself time and time again. I think a lot is going to change and happen this year, and I thought I'd pick up vlogging again to record and remember this whole year. So here we are, counting down to the new year. Hello, it's New Year's Eve. That means it's time to bake a cake.
Oh, what happened? Oh, decoration.
I guess so.
Oh, the bird. Okay. Flying. Say flying.
An omen. I'm all showered and I'm in my favorite PJs for the new year. So now it's time to decorate the cake. Happy New Year! Ba, 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 ba. Interesting.
Bánh rang không đánh làm sao nó nổi lên
Support
nhiều.
your daughter.
Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Hello, it is Saturday, January 1st, and I just got back to Richmond. Oh no!
Nó rồi đi nó bỏ mẹ nó ở nhà. Nó chán mẹ nó rồi. Nó là bà già lụm cụm nó chán rồi kìa. Kìa nó ví dụ nó nịnh kìa nó nịnh nó bé nó lên vậy thương nó.
Sadness.
It was cute. I've mostly just unpacked today and did regular weekend sort of things like go to the grocery store. And I also tried my first full pack of spicy ramen for someone who has no spice tolerance.
Are you recording a video?
For my vlog. So I remember that January the 1st I tried my first spicy ramen. Shut up! That was my partner mocking me because basically the entire time I was eating I was going Anyway, so my plans for this week is that I want to crochet a bucket hat. I want to finish all the granny squares for a sweater. And I also want to make my first collage of the year. So right now I'm working on the bucket hat. One of my very good friends gave me this beautiful olive wool yarn that I made 6 squares out of. And then I ran out. So I thought I could mix it with another wool yarn that I have that I made these mittens out of, but they're kind of ugly because they were the first mittens I've ever made. So I'm reusing the yarn to border these squares, and hopefully I'll have enough of it all together to make a bucket hat. I'll probably spend the rest of the night crocheting, and I have a video call with my friends. That's my Saturday. So just an update. I finished all the squares. I think they're looking pretty cute, and I'm starting to stitch them together. I think it will indeed look like a bucket. Hi! I'm doing. How are you? Sunday, January 2nd, and this is my fit for the day. I went with something springy because it's really dreary outside. So my plan today is to finish this bucket hat. I have finished. I stayed up really late last night and finished this part. And it looks pretty silly, but I think it'll be cute in the end. And I'm just working on the top part and the rim, and I'll be done with that. But yeah, so I also had a pretty cute breakfast today with my little brother. We got cinnamon raisin bagels and ate it with cream cheese and brewed our own coffee. I didn't really grow up eating breakfast, but I think it was really nice to be able to eat breakfast today. Finish the top. It lines up well with each side. So now I'll just connect them. Ah, I finished. Now I just need to do the brim. So this is the hat so far. I decided to give it a ruffled brim. And I also realized that I'm crocheting inside out on the brim, but I can't be bothered to redo it, so I'll just have a funky looking brim. But as for me, I have other stuff I need to get done today, and I've been crocheting for 2 hours while listening to Bell Hook's, what's it called? Oh, and is feeling really inspired and ready to work on other things today. My partner Miguel said that they're gonna swing by and take me to our creative reuse store here in Richmond, where I can get more yarn for my sweater. So I'll do that in about an hour. And I think between now and then, I'm gonna try and get some pictures for my Instagram and start editing this video. Let's get picture taken. The two things I've always felt like I've been kind of bad at are poetry and composition. So I thought that to work on that, I would put together collages surrounding blackout poetry, because I also felt like that would be visually interesting. For the poetry, I got this book called A Girl Named Summer from a thrift store, and I was looking for a young adult romance novel that had little substance, a lot of adjectives and adverbs and pretty words, and flipping through this I thought that met all the criteria. So the poem I ended up doing was on page 41, and it looks like this now that it's all blacked out, and it reads, "Now let's learn delight, to laugh, to care, to leave." And so starting out with composition, I felt like it would be easiest to have a restricted color palette, and I chose red. And with this theme of delight, I thought it would be cool to collect candy wrappers, and then a bunch of just red scrap paper and clippings from newspapers and whatnot, and make something cool out of it. Let's see how it goes. I spent the rest of that afternoon messing around with the collage, and when Miguel and I went to that creative craft reuse store, I picked up several photographs. One?
That one's an actual photo.
Yeah. It's printed on Kodak. Oh my, it's so reflective you can see my phone. But I want to use it like this, like mountains. I don't know if they actually are mountains though. But
Doubt it. Looks like a finger.
a finger? A curvy finger? I see.
The colors of the grass here are so, they look like...
So this is what it looks like all laid out before I glued it down, and this is what it looks like all finished. I ended up cutting the page itself to make it a little more interesting. And boy, it was a messy process. So, I just got a text that said that I have a snow day tomorrow. I'm so happy. I'm picking up one of my good friends from the airport, but because of the snow day, everything is delayed and I'm just sitting here. But that's okay because I always come prepared to crochet. So the friend that I just picked up gave me a Christmas present. It came in this really cute packaging. So let's see. I don't know what this is. It looks like makeup. I think it's a lotion. Probably smells really good. smells really good.
There's our you have to be separated by this.
Oh, it's a little tin box. They're little cookies. Oh, so cute. I'm so happy. Good morning. Today is Monday, January 3rd. And it's a snow day. It's snowing. It's snowing. Usually when snow is forecasted, it doesn't actually snow, but it's actually snowing this morning. And none of it is sticking, but it's still really pretty. I spent all morning working on the brim of my hat. I think I am gonna add one more row, but otherwise it's pretty cute so far. It fits well. Yay! I just needed to move my car, so I had to go outside in the snow, and it's like ice. It's not snow, it's like ice moving horizontal, smacking me in the face, but we're good. We're good. That was fun. I'm really cold. My hands are really cold. But that was fun. Ha! Just for funsies, I made a snowman on my car. Oh, it's so pretty now. Finished. So now all there's left to do is I'm gonna wet the brim and try and shape it into more even scallops, and I'll be done. Yee. So it's like 5 p.m. I've spent all day editing because I was told that I have another snow day tomorrow. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night, but I'm not complaining. It's bedtime. The rest of the evening was pretty chill. I watched Encanto and did 4 more granny squares. I am realizing I will need to go to the creative reuse store again for more yarn because I keep underestimating how much yarn one granny square needs. It was a good snow day. So, see you tomorrow. Hello, it's Tuesday, January 4th, and it's 4:30 in the afternoon. I didn't do a whole lot today. I slept in, went to the gym for the first time in months, and then spent the rest of the day recovering from going to the gym for the first time in months. But my bucket hat is finally dry. I really like it. Hello, it is Thursday, January 6th. It's a little before 4 p.m. So today I had clinic in the morning and then some lectures in the afternoon. And the only thing I've really been working on are the granny squares for my sweater. I ran out of yellow yarn, but I did have kind of the odds and ends of 2 of the yellows that I used. So I'm trying to blend them together to make kind of like a hybrid yellow and try and get 1 more square out of this yarn before I have to go back to that creative reuse store. Another project that I've been trying to work on is something I'm calling the animal alphabet, where I choose an animal for every letter and try and draw it. I don't feel like I have ever particularly been good at drawing animals, and so that was just something I wanted to do to get better at it. Last week I did A for anteater. This week I've been working on a bee drawing. I've been thinking a lot about how fantastical and wonder-inspiring children's animations makes me feel. So I've been placing my animals in a setting of realistic fantasy, I guess you could say. So my anteater was super small, and I'm gonna make my bee really big. And while I was drawing it, I was thinking it would be kind of cool if the bee was actually kind of like a cloud hybrid. And so I've put all these puffs coming off of it. Yeah, so that's something else I've been working on. And for the rest of the day, the only thing on my plate is that my brother, my partner, and I are gonna go out to dinner with a few of our friends. I haven't seen them in like 3 years, maybe even more than that. It should be really fun. For me, dressing up means layering like a Disney star. it's January 7th, about 3:30 in the afternoon. I just got off of clinic work. I'm gonna make a stop at the grocery store and get some stuff for next week, and then stop by at that creative reuse store, donate some yarn that I'm probably not going to use, and pick up hopefully the last batch of yellow yarn for my sweater. So it's the end of the week. One of my goals for this week was to wake up really early, but as my mom foreshadowed at the beginning of this week, that wasn't going to happen. 9:50. But otherwise, I feel like I did a lot better job than I thought I would at being creative every day and trying to find joy in the things around me. I did find that it was a lot harder to be joyful on days that I had to go to work, and not because I don't find clinic work in and of itself joyful, but because it left me too tired to do other things and even meet my basic needs like eating food that makes me feel good. So I'm gonna try overnight oats because it feels a little bit like a present to myself from myself the night before. I didn't like it the first time I tried it because it was a little mushy, so I decided to try toasting the oats first with cinnamon and honey, and I'll try it for this next week and see if I like it. I also got more vegetables at the grocery store to make sure that my lunch and my dinners are also rounded, because I think when I don't get to eat a nutritious lunch, I feel very lethargic and it's hard for me to do stuff. But yeah, otherwise it felt like a good week and a good start to my year, and I'm really excited to see what the next week brings. Thanks for watching. Until next time.